Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something a little bit different, but honestly, it is incredibly revealing. We're taking a purely comedic crowdwork set by Indian stand-up comedian Parnit More, and we're flipping it into a fascinating sociological breakdown of modern Indian society. Seriously, right beneath the laughter and the roasts, there's just this absolute goldmine of real-time data about how modern women navigate their careers, relationships, generational divides, and, well, their own identities. It's unscripted human behavior at its finest. So let's jump right in.
Now think about it. Usually a comedy club audience is pretty passive, right? Maybe a little guarded. But what happens when you completely flip the script and actively incentivize the crowd to open up? Well, you strip away all those polite societal filters and get straight to the raw, unvarnished truth of their lived experiences.
To get to that truth, the host literally hands out 5,000 rupees in cash. He just gives it away as a reward for women in the audience who are willing to share their most authentic, unhinged stories. It's like a physical manifestation of putting a premium on vulnerability. By throwing actual cash on the line, he creates this instant safe space where the normal rules of conversation, they just go right out the window.
And this quote right here sets the foundation for everything we're looking at today. It's a transactional confessional that unlocks the secrets of the modern woman. He's not just asking for participation, he's quite literally buying their confessions. It is a social experiment disguised as entertainment, and the stories that pour out give us a real-time pulse on the realities of modern urban living.
Okay, let's hit section 1, navigating the corporate grind, from HR math to airplane etiquette.
So we meet this actual HR professional in the crowd. Her name is Mohini. She's got 4.5 years of experience, and she hilariously mangles the definition of her own industry terms. When asked to explain the difference between blue and white-collar workers, she just broadly claims blue-collar is working on the field, while white-collar means office or government jobs. It's just one of those funny, highly relatable moments that shows us, hey, sometimes even the professionals are just totally winging it.
But the corporate comedy deepens when she reveals her annual appraisal was a mere fraction of what you'd expect in a booming job market. Just 6%? And while she tries to justify it by explaining the inner workings of corporate retention and lateral moves, it leads us straight into this beautiful moment of pure mathematical panic.
This quote is absolutely perfect. So this HR employee couldn't calculate what a 6% hike on a hypothetical 200 rupee salary would be. She's guessing 220, then 210, completely missing the simple answer of 212. And the comedian just delivers this absolute zinger. It perfectly highlights the everyday absurdity of corporate structures, right? Where someone literally managing hiring and salaries struggles with basic mental math.
So, the real takeaway here is the stark contrast between these two workplace realities. It proves that no matter your altitude, customer service is always a struggle. Look at Mohoni, our HR professional, whose husband is currently at home cooking mutton and cleaning up while she's having a blast at the club. Then on the flip side, we have Prisha, an international cabin crew member. And she confesses that her biggest daily hurdle isn't turbulence, it's literally having to stand outside the lavatories and beg grown adults to press the flush button. Honestly, it's a hilarious leveling of the playing field.
Moving right along to section 2, modern dating and high standards, toxic exes and 35 lakh Skodas. We learned pretty quickly from the crowd that finding love has moved way beyond traditional boundaries. I mean, we're talking some very unconventional apps. Sure, Tinder and Bumble are standard, but one woman actually admitted to meeting her husband on Snapchat. And then the host jokingly suggested using Blinkit, which, if you don't know, is an Indian 10-minute grocery delivery app, to just get a boyfriend delivered on demand. It really shows just how decentralized and instantaneous modern romance has become.
And this perfectly highlights the high standards of the independent modern woman. We meet Ria, a wealthy travel executive who drives a 35 lakh Skoda Superb. When asked about her dating salary bracket, she flat out rejects the 5 to 10 lakh reality of the average guy. Nope, she expects a partner earning around 1 crore annually to match her standard of living. It's a really fascinating look at how female financial independence is drastically shifting traditional matchmaking expectations.
But guys, the absolute peak of modern dating disaster is this astonishing sequence of events shared by two friends in the audience. They reveal they dated highly toxic men from the exact same friend group. But the punchline of their shared tragedy isn't even the bad dates. The psychological fallout was so bad that both of their sets of parents unknowingly ended up seeking counseling from the exact same family therapist. I mean, you can't make this up. It is a spectacular collision of modern dating and mental health.
Okay, let's dive into Section 3, generational gaps and fridge magnets. Mothers, daughters, and questionable decisions.
Get this, while the mother was completely distracted negotiating a 3,000 rupee custom nameplate, her then 16-year-old daughter, Swara Lee, was busy exchanging phone numbers with a 26-year-old man who bribed her with a 120 rupee fridge magnet. Yeah, it's a shocking revelation that highlights a very real danger, an adult man inappropriately pursuing a minor right under her mother's nose. And what makes this so wild is that the mother had absolutely no idea this predatory behavior even happened until her daughter confessed it on the microphone years later. The mother's real-time realization is just a stark reminder to parents. She literally said she had flashbacks to being busy with the painter, completely oblivious to the deeply inappropriate situation unfolding right behind her back.
Finally, we arrive at Section 4, New Age Love and Sexuality. Open relationships and the ultimate wingman.
During the show, a bisexual audience member named Nishita was asked point-blank who is better in bed, men or women. And without missing a single beat, she delivered this mathematically impossible but highly confident statistic: 110% women. The absolute certainty of her answer drew massive cheers from the crowd, and it really highlights a growing openness to discussing female sexuality and satisfaction in public spaces. Now, this dynamic completely breaks down traditional jealousies, showcasing a truly modern, supportive partnership. Nishita explained she's in a 4-year committed relationship with a straight man, but they have an open arrangement where, if she sees a woman she likes, her boyfriend actually steps in as the ultimate wingman to help her make a connection, without expecting to be involved himself. It's a level of security and non-traditional partnership that literally blew the audience's mind.
When asked why she thinks so many women eventually explore their sexuality later in life, she dropped this profound, almost poetic quote: "It takes 5 wrong men for women to start exploring." It's delivered as a joke, but honestly, it speaks volumes about the absolute exhaustion of the modern heterosexual dating scene for women.
This entire explainer really proves that under the guise of humor, people are just desperate to share their most authentic, unvarnished truths. Whether it's complaining about unflushed airplane toilets, admitting to absurd corporate metrics, sharing deep dating traumas, or revealing hidden family secrets right in front of their mothers, the anonymity of the crowd, mixed with a comedian's microphone, creates this bizarrely effective safe space.
Which leaves us with this final provocative thought to wrap up today's explainer. If it takes a comedian handing out 5,000 rupee bills to get people to speak their truth, what does that say about our everyday conversations? Are we all just walking around with these wild stories, waiting for permission to tell them? Think about that next time you're sitting in a crowded room. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and as always, keep questioning the world around you.